Good morning, Green Hills.
Nice. Yeah, I like that one.
I came to Nashville in 1964. My father was going to work at George Peabody College, and I lived right here near the mall at Green Hills on Abbott Martin Road for about 3 months while my parents' house was built out in Forest Hills. I watched the Kroger that was built where the Dillard's is now. I shopped at the Woolworth in the old, I don't even know if we called it a mall, but outdoors, and I had dinners at Cross Keys and got my clothes at the Family Bootery, my shoes there. So yes, I have a long history in Green Hills. Not to mention my more current history as the founder of the Bluebird Cafe. I wanted to be in the restaurant business. I went to college to become a lawyer and the first female president, but that was not working out. So I wanted to get in the restaurant business, and I knew a lot of musicians, and my musician friends said, well, build the restaurant. I had restaurant friends too, and we put in a stage and we'll come over there and play live music. And so in June of 1982, that's what I did. And took quite a while to ramp up to knowing what the heck I was doing, but it didn't take any time at all to get musicians to want to play and people to want to come see them. So, over the last 10 years especially, maybe since the Nashville TV show, the Bluebird is no longer filled with locals wanting to see what's going on. But when they ask the audience each night, how many of you from out of town, it's 70 or 80%, which is great for the musicians being seen by new people, great for the servers making some money, not so great for the locals. I wish we had a little more room and maybe a special section just for local people. We have a reputation for being a place that you cannot talk. Shh is an informal Bluebird motto. I will say that I did not create that. That was something the audience did themselves. They started shushing people who were making noise because the people who were there wanted to hear it. But I remember a night when Mike Reed was playing with some other people in the round, and Bonnie Raitt was there, and he called Bonnie Raitt up to sing, and he played on keyboard his big hit song for her, I Can't Make You Love Me, while she sang. And it wasn't just that the audience was quiet. I don't believe anybody breathed for about 4 minutes. It was such a spectacular moment. But it's only one amongst thousands, and I think there are moments like that every night at the Bluebird. I love when the audiences sing along. It is very important to me, it always has been, that the Bluebird be accessible to everybody. Just not interested in having $50 tickets and keeping it only as a place for people who can afford to pay that. The Bluebird should be a place for the songwriter who's moved to town and is driving Uber or a server somewhere to be able to come and listen, meet the other writers, hone their craft. It's just important. It makes the Bluebird part of the community, not just a showcase of what it used to be. I have excellent parents who taught me to be involved in my community, to support nonprofits, both financially and with real work. And so over the years at the Bluebird, we did a series of shows for children. We opened up in the morning, pulled all the chairs out and had the kids sit on the floor, and kids from various daycares around town would come and we would feed them milk and cookies. And even now, 30 years later, we have a series for seniors. And those seniors are bussed in and they don't get milk and cookies, they get donuts and coffee. The Bluebird has been a place for more benefit concerts than you can imagine, most notably a whole month every year for a live hospice, which is a nonprofit I feel very strongly about. helping people die with dignity. I'm very involved in treatment for alcoholism-based charities, especially 202 Friendship House here in Nashville. I help raise money, and because of my skill set of putting on concerts, that's one of the ways that we do that. I'm a pretty happy person. I'm a pretty joyful person. It's taken a lot of work over a lot of years to do that, but many mornings I actually wake up singing, and I enjoy that. Now I never wake up naturally because I have 4 dogs, and one of them howls like a siren to get me going. And one of the things I have learned is resistance is futile. I have to just get up and go do whatever they want, take them out back for a break or give them something to eat. And I love doing service and being involved during the day. Right now, I am helping people register to vote, most specifically people who lost their voting rights because of having a felony in their background. And that is a lot of work, a terrible process. But when you can get somebody their voting rights back, that's a phenomenal feeling. So I just love that. I hike with my mother many mornings, and I spend time with friends, and I consider myself extremely blessed. Of all the stores in the mall, I've probably spent the most time right here at the Apple store. I am an Apple computer user, and I have found them to be extremely helpful and thoughtful and kind when you come in. When I first retired from the Bluebird, somebody told me about the Apple Store's series of classes on how to use your computer better. And so I started doing that. But I come over here and walk. Since I walk every day, I walk in the mall whenever it's really raining outside. And I love to look in all the windows, love the fashion or make fun of the fashion. Some days, some of the stores are not for me. And then some of them, well, like the Sundance store, I'm wearing one of their shirts right now. Got it for the Christmas present. Oh boy, I have learned so many life lessons. I learn new ones every day. The one I woke up with this morning is about willpower. You know, I just don't have the willpower not to eat a brownie, but I do have the willpower to go to Kroger and buy celery and make sure that that's what's in my house. So I'm really starting to understand about willpower. I really believe that the Bluebird is about the little guy and about the songwriter who hasn't made it yet, but I confess it's always given me a thrill when the celebrities come in. So when Bono from U2 came, that was great. And Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer came to see a show. That adorable George Stephanopoulos. And of course, we're famous for being the place where Garth Brooks got his start and where Taylor Swift got her start. We've had so many actors and actresses come through. Peter Jennings brought Lauren Bacall to the Bluebird one night. That was really something, and you know, she had to have been in her 80s. And I said, man, this must be a really late night for you. And she said, I like it late. And like I said, it's a thrill. It's not the heart of the Bluebird, but it is a way that the heart of the Bluebird is proven that those people want to come down.